Go check out igsky.com if you're looking for cheap Ultimate Team coins. They've got a fully automated service. You get your coins instantly. Use the discount code Rossi for that extra 5% off. Go do it right now. Enjoy the video. Hello guys, Mr. Rossi 1990 here, and it's episode number 5 of the Diamond Effect. Now, it's been a little while since I did the last episode of the Diamond Effect, so a quick run through of what it actually is if you are new around here or you don't know the series on my channel. Basically, 4-5-1 formation this year. Last year we didn't have this formation with the same links anyway, because there used to be a link between the centre mid and the left mid and the right mid, which is good. It doesn't happen anymore because now you see a kind of shape of a diamond. There is like a line through the middle, but basically you know what I mean by a diamond, like two triangles on top of each other. And we pick a player from one club. Today's episode is going to be Bayern Munich. A centre mid, 2 cams, and a striker. We can convert it down a little bit to benefit us in each way, but the surrounding players can be whatever we want. For today's episode, I've gone for solid back 3. Technically, you can say here with the goalkeeper, 2 centre backs of Onuaha, Cahill, and then Joe Hart in goal. All English, all Premier League. On this left-hand side, if I can get there, move way Onuaha. We've got Elasu, good player, I really like him. But the reason I've got him is because I really like this guy right here. He's called Rafa. I've labelled him the kind of cheap Ronaldo, basing on the fact that he's Portuguese and he's a left winger and got pace, pretty much. A good skiller, actually. A 4-star skill move, it isn't bad at all. And on this side now, it used to be, I think it was Abate and Niang. I've changed it to Carvajal and my main man, Gareth Bale, to add a little bit of flair and a little bit of excellence to this team. But the diamond itself is going to consist of Bayern Munich players. Now, you can only imagine the problems I had with how many good Bayern Munich players there are to fit in this team. But I've gone with one which would suit me. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do for this episode. I've already played the games with this team. And so, where is Bayern? I always get it wrong. FC Bayern, that's it. For the centre mid, options you could have. I'm going to go to concept players so we can have a look. Lahm's in form. Schweinsteiger's regular card. Thiago. Heusberg, I guess, or that guy down there. But I'm going to go with Schweinsteiger. He's a guy I like in this game. Obviously, Lahm, you could say, is a better one defensive side of things. Actually, Lahm's probably better in general, his inform card, but Schweinsteiger's a guy I like on this game. He's solid, he'll hold the midfield well, he's good at shooting, he's good all round passing and stuff, but Lahm is a player you could have there, but I chose not to. The next cams you could have Götze or Shaqiri. Now Shaqiri is one I had, but I didn't have Mario Götze, and the reason for that being is I had a striker converted down, and the reason for that is because I wanted Muller in this team. There was no way I could do this team without using Muller, and if you watch my random hybrid from the other day with Shaqiri in it, you'll know that I really, really like Shaqiri on this game, so I couldn't not. I actually went out and bought him again. I sold him and I went out and bought him again. He hasn't dropped in enough price yet, but phenomenal. So I couldn't not have Shaqiri, but you could have Mario Götze in this team. But then the striker's pretty obvious. It is Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski. I never really get his name right. Always confusing, but he's brilliant on this game. That is the diamond I went for. Like I said, you could have had a little bit of a different one. That's the beauty of the Bayern attackers. Obviously, Robin couldn't fit in here because he isn't a cam or a striker or anything. He's a right winger. We could have had him like up front on a right forward, which I was actually quite tempted to do, but I thought that would have been a little bit wrong of me to do that, considering this is purely the diamond effect and it's what we do. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you highlights from 3 games, talk you through it, show you what areas the diamond's good in and all that. And yeah, we'll have an all-round good time. I'll show you how much a diamond costs at the end and how much I rate it out of 10. So wait for that if you want to see that. I'll be back in 2 seconds to run you through the games. Let's do this. So yeah, over on to the gameplay side of things now. In this first game, we came up against a guy who had a silver team, technically. But he had gold attribute cards on all of his midfield players and his goalie keeper, which I don't know if that's all attribute cards, you know, all plus 10 or plus 10 on, say, just passing or something like that. I really didn't know. It doesn't really tell you. But my God, did some of these players seem quick in games. That was a struggle. We started off quite nicely. I think it's Lewandowski on the ball just here. And he just weaved in and out of his play. One thing about this guy I was playing in this game, he was the type of player who would almost try and hack you out every single time you started a little run. So he tried to like slide tackle you, and he got lucky with a few of them. He was tackling me quite well, but other times he was getting yellow cards. He didn't manage to get a red card, unfortunately, but that would have been, you know, killer in the game. But we did go 1-0 up, and that was quite nice to take the lead because it was a difficult game, and Lewandowski just got on behind quite nicely there, but it didn't go our way the rest of the game, to be honest, or here anyway. Look in here. I don't even know what happened here. Defensively, it was quite poor for me. It really was. But I didn't even slide tackle with Carvajal. It's just one of them, like, B tackles. And he just completely hacked him out. Like, it's an awful tackle. It's a slow-mo penalty. I'm not denying the fact there. But I don't know why he did that. I mean, I would, we just expected him to kind of walk past me. And the tackle was mistimed. But it's a Stonewall penalty. And I think it's a big Anthony Van den Bora who's going to take his penalty. And that's a good pen in the top right-hand corner, and I've just got nowhere near it. I've gone dived the wrong way, so can't really complain about that one, but it puts him back in the game at 1-0. This game was a little bit laggy, so apologies for seeing that on your screen now, but that was the game itself, not the video. I always have to say that because I feel as if you should know. But as you can see, it's not the best game going on ever, but we do get a little bit of a lucky break here as we find the ball after a corner's disease. We get it into Muller just now, takes on his man, and he finishes quite nicely into the corner to make us 2-1 to us, and it gave us a little bit of a breather, if that's the right word, to push on in the game and hopefully get some more goals, and hopefully he doesn't reply and all sorts. It's just a good time. Scored a goal, isn't it? Happy days. And Muller was the guy who got it. And that was actually the way that game finished, which is rewarding because look at the stats. We probably didn't deserve to win the game on shots, but we'll take it. We will definitely take it. Then we came up against this guy. Again, a silver team. Almost looks like he's doing the kind of diamond effect himself there with a different style of diamond. He's got like a weak link striker, but he's got the right mid, left mid linking. The right back, right mid, left back, left mid. And then the centre backs and the goalkeeper. Get my words out, but this was a struggle. This was a horrible game to play in. He was a very good player. I'm not going to take it away from him. He was fantastic. And that was an ugly goal, though, in my point of view. Defensive kind of... I had the ball for a split second, and I kind of, like, turned when I didn't really want to, as you'll see on screen now there. And it just let him walk in, really, and it's frustrating for me. I think that's Tony Vilhena getting that goal. He's a good player. But as you can see here again, he's running down, and he just makes me look like a fool, really. He does like a fake shot around, and it's a good finish. I think that's El Kabir. He was a very good player back along. I don't know what he's like this year. I haven't really looked into him, but he's a player who looked like he was quite decent the way he was absolutely mugging me off, and that put him 2-0 up in that game, obviously. But luckily for us, we do go on a little bit of an adventure from kickoff, and we get, this is weird. Watch this. I think that's a nutmeg. I'm not too sure. But he gets him behind brilliantly. I expect him to score. He doesn't. Gets all caught up. And watch this. Lewandowski comes from nowhere, and we just somehow win a penalty. And I'm not complaining because that is absolutely classic. But it's just ridiculous what happened. It was all like in the mix. You see Lewandowski kind of like takes a bullet to the brain or something, and they all go tumbling over. But we get a penalty out of it, so that was awesome. And I think I put Shaqiri on the penalty because I just love Shaqiri. I think he's fantastic in this game. Rafa was the guy running up to take it, but we thought, nah, let's get somebody in the diamond. So I felt as if Shaqiri was the guy for the job. So he's going to put this one, hopefully, in the back of the net. It gets back in the game. You're about to find out. Will he do it? The goalkeeper's giving me the jiggly legs, but we ping it in the corner beautifully. So he gets back in the game now, and that is at 2-1. But still, we're losing, so we need to really up our gear here and get ourselves back into the game. But Shaqiri getting the goal, it's awesome, and we're going to halftime, 2-1 down. Not exactly ideal, but hopefully second half we can push on and get some goals, etc., etc. But look at this again. For a split second, I thought he kind of messed this up. But look at this for like a reverse pass. That's fantastic. That's completely ripped me out of the game. And then he gets the ball across. And it's a good little finish to put him 3-1 up. But I honestly can't stress how good this guy was for the team he had. I don't know if it's like a guy who plays for his team a lot, but he was so dominant. I couldn't really break him down. It was frustrating. It really was. He frustrated the life out of me in this game. And it got worse for me, as you can see here. He gets in behind quite easily, really. My defensive skills are poor. But then it's a rebound goal. It's an ugly goal. But, you know, it's a goal. It's a goal. It's an end of the day. It's a goal. So he will take that, and he'll be 4-1 up now. And I was not happy at this stage of the game because it wasn't really the Diamond's fault. That's the beauty of this series. This was the defensive side of it, wasn't it? The four. The goalkeeper didn't do ideal there, but again, El Kabir getting himself a goal. But luckily for us, it does improve slightly. We get the ball back here on a little bit of run. We do a nice little Ronaldo chop, opens up a gap for Lewandowski, and when he's in on goal, he'll score 9 times out of 10. So that's good to see him finish that one and put us back in the game, but still, we kind of had it in our eyes, so we were going to end up losing this game. But it was 4-2, which is a more respectable score than 4-1, obviously. But that's not where it finished. There was still time for some other action in the game. And look at this. I'm just gonna let you have a look at this. It's a corner. We get it in. It's ugly. But then look at this from Muller. Watch that back if you didn't see that first time. It hits him. He celebrates before the ball's gone in. He almost overlaps the ball. I'll show you a few more times here. Watch this. He gets the ball down. He starts doing the arm-out celebration. He runs past the ball and it only just goes over the line. Imagine if that doesn't go in, how pissed off I would be. Look at him. He runs past the ball, celebrating, and then it rolls in behind him. I don't know if that's fantastic or pure luck, but we end up losing that game 4-3. You just have to respect the better player in that kind of situation. He was just genuinely better than me on the day. But then we go again. Another guy rocking the 4-5-1, but this is a different type of hybrid. He has got Bale up front on that right forward position, which we like to do. He's got Insigne and I can't remember what our left back's called, but I might put that one in myself because I think that looks quite cool. I didn't realise that was an option, but we may look into doing that. But we start this game very well. We get a goal from a corner. It's Gary Cahill on his noggin, I think that is, to put us 1-0 in the lead. Early on in the game, this is a very strange game. You'll watch this one and you'll think, bloody hell, it's a very interesting game. Of course it is. We go 1-0 up and then it gets better for us. We end up going 2-0 up here with a nice little bit of play from Rafa, that is now. So two players who aren't involved in the diamond getting the goals, Cahill and Rafa. But that's all right. That's not a problem. We'll go 2-0 up in that game and we'll be happy as hell. And yeah, so that's 2-0. We're cruising a little bit. I thought this guy was going to rage quit at the time because we did actually go into a game before this. Shaqiri scored 2 and the guy rage quit. But I didn't end up showing that one. But we get him behind again here with Muller. Nice little bit of ball roll just there. And then a good save, but then I think it's Shaqiri on the rebound. Again, it's a rebound goal. It's ugly to see, but we'll take the goal. And that was actually just 3-0 up in this game. And I was comfortable. I was having a good time. I was feeling confident. I was feeling like, oh my God, he's going to rage quit or I'm going to go on and score loads and loads of goals in this game. But it wasn't to be. He gets in behind here with Gareth Bale. It's always a problem. As soon as Gareth Bale got on behind, you expect him to score, and he did. And that's 3-1. Bale was a nightmare. We've got Bale on our team, but we play him as a right mid. He's kind of out of the game a little bit. This guy was playing him at the forward position. And my God, was he effective. He gets in behind again here, again with Bale. And he just rounds the goalkeeper. And it's too easy for him, really. He scores that one, makes it 3-2. And then it's a bit of a squeaky bum time. We're thinking, shit, this guy's going to get back in the game. It's going to be a bloody struggle. But we put that into halftime. It is 3-2 at halftime. So we're feeling a little bit okay about that because we are, of course, still leading. But the momentum is certainly with him, as you'll find out right now. Again, bloody Bale in behind. He just does me a treat. Rounds the goalkeeper again. Poor from my goalkeeper on the 2 goals there, but that's just like all the goalkeepers in the game. But that puts him back 3-all. But luckily for us, we get the ball back just here after some good play. And that's a horrible pass, but luckily we get it back again. And we get it through to Shaqiri, and he just beasts his defender out of the way. And that's a good little finish from the... I just love Shaqiri. I honestly do. I can't stress how good he is. I loved him in cam, striker, sorry, for the random hybrid. I'm loving him still in the cam position in his 4-5-1. I need to try him out in a few more positions, like the cam in a 4-3-3-4. I feel as if a central cam would benefit him more. But then we get another chance here. This is Lewandowski now doing some work, running down the wing and muscling his defenders off the way. We get a little bit of jam because the ball actually gets tackled off of him, and we do end up winning it back from just a sloppy pass from him. We get it. We take it around. We find our man. Nice little bit of play to lead. I think, is this Muller getting in behind now? And then he finishes quite nicely with his left foot to put us 5-3 up in this game. What a relief after going 3-0 up. Seeing it slip away and going to 3-3. But luckily for us, we managed to seal the game with a 5-3 win, and that was rewarding because it was a struggle of a game and there's lots of goals scored, but I think we deserved to win that one, so I was quite happy to see, you know, me on the upside of that one. But that is how the diamond did, and it cost 610k, about, probably a little bit more than that. My favourite player, or best player, was Shaqiri's inform. I just think he's fantastic. He scores goals, he's powerful, he assists, he does everything you want in a cam, and in my opinion, he is worth every single penny you pay. His price at the moment is going up and down like crazy. So whatever his price is, it's still worth it. But I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I feel as if that's what it deserves. Lacking a tiny bit going forward. I just think it's the formation. I don't think it's to do with the Bayern in general. I'm finding it with most of the teams I play with the 4-5-1. It seems quite negative. And you almost have to go attacking or all-out attack just to make something happen in the game. And that's not what I want to do. But all in all, I thought it was a very good team. I'm very happy with how it performed. And every player did very well. Maybe if we put Goetze in, he might have been a little bit different. But let me know in the comment section below if you enjoy this type of video. It's a series I've done in the past, but it might be a new one to you if you're a new subscriber. But let me know in the comment section below, what team should I use next? If you've missed some of the other episodes, there will be a playlist, so you can go back and see what teams I have done. If you've missed them, you can go check them out. So it'll be awesome if you could leave some feedback on them. But there's obviously teams I haven't done. We're only in the 5th episode, so if you can leave a suggestion and maybe the suggested diamonds you would have with that team, that'd be cool. Have a nice day. If you missed my video from earlier, it was a top 5 pack reactions video, so go check that one out. Enjoy your Saturday if you haven't already. This will be a later upload. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye, titties!